For this painting project, we are going to be stamping with vegetables. Stamping with vegetables is so much fun because you can use whatever you have in your fridge to make something exciting on your paper. So I chose some celery, and this was the tall celery, and I just cut off the bottom, and I'm using that. And then I chose some potatoes, and I cut them into different shapes. Now, if you are not allowed to use knives at home, you need to ask your parents if they can chop this stuff up for you. So all I did was take a potato, cut it into a square. I cut another one into a triangle. You can cut it into any shape you want. You just want to have a flat surface so you can stamp. You could do a diamond, you could do a rectangle. You could even get fancy and make just like a star. That might be a little difficult though. What you need to make this is some paint, the vegetables that you select from your fridge, and then a tray to put your paint into, a paintbrush, and paper. Now that you've prepared your vegetables, you've cut them into whatever shapes you want, you have them ready to go ahead and get your vegetables. I've got my celery heart here and my potatoes, and you're going to be putting paint onto them. So I prefer to take my paintbrush and just lightly coat the base of the vegetable, the part that you want to show up onto your paper, and you're going to press it down onto your paper. The reason I use a paintbrush instead of just dipping my entire vegetable in is because if I dip my whole vegetable in, like I'm doing right now, sometimes I end up with way of a globby thing like that, and it just slides around and it doesn't make as good of a print. When you have less paint on your vegetable, it works a little bit better. So I like to use my paintbrush and load it up that way. So that was one of my potatoes. I've got another potato. I'm going to take blue this time. I haven't cleaned my brush in between, so green and blue is making a nice teal color. I painted a light coat, and I'm going to press it down. I have a nice shape. And remember, you can overlap your shapes whenever you are working. That looks really nice and interesting. Now I've got my celery heart. I think I'm going to use pink this time. I had used it last with blue, so I might end up with purple. That's right, because pink and blue or red and blue mixed together make a purple. So let's see how well this works. Some vegetables work better than other vegetables. I feel like the potatoes do a little bit better job. Press down really hard, and I can see the center. So I think I just didn't get enough paint onto the edges of my celery. So just try it again and see what happens. And remember, when you're doing stuff like this, it's all an experiment process. That's how you learn, and that's how you have fun. Now that you know how to stamp with vegetables, the sky is the limit. Go look in your fridge, pick out anything you want, and just try, just experiment. It might not turn out great, or it might be even better than you thought it would be.